our snow. I'm showing the folks in YouTube land the snow.
Hello, YouTubers. It's getting wet out there now.
Say again?
Hello, YouTubers. I said it's getting wet out there now.
Yeah, isn't it?
We were supposed to have 15 to 20 centimeters of snow and high winds. I felt the, well, I heard the wind maybe for 20 minutes. So technically they weren't wrong. They just didn't say how long it was going to be.
True.
So it's Saturday morning. Is this the 9th or the 10th? I have no bearing of my time.
Where would be Saturday? Oh, we're at the 10th.
The 10th. 10th of February. March.
March.
This is,
we have to excuse us. We've been like zombies.
this is the first day we took off in a month.
That's right. And
And
here
look where we are.
That's what we were just talking about.
I said to you at breakfast, I said, "This is I'm not going to do anything today." And look at me. I got to go snow clearing because if anybody runs over that, it's going to be nothing short of a D10 cat dozer is going to scrape it.
And I'll be pretty packed, pretty tight.
And so then we were out here last night. And you did a lot of graphics. You did tractor CNC for here. Mm-hmm. And this one here for a company that we're going to feature now when the CNC table shows up.
Right.
And this here is Tracker's, also Tracker's other logo.
Oh, yeah.
And this one here is on a little bit crooked because I was crooked at the time I hung it up.
Were you?
Yeah, I don't know what I had in my mind. I think maybe my hat was probably, the brim of my hat was probably over that way a little bit.
Oh, okay.
And it, you know, it kind of put everything off kilter.
Oh, it happens.
Because I straightened up my hat, and when I came over here, this one went on straight. So it's the hat that's the problem. And then, of course, anything that you see on these areas are companies who have directly impacted our business.
That's right.
You know, by providing us with great tooling or great technology. And
Sorry if I'm in your face because I literally got nowhere to go here.
you're kind of jammed in there, aren't you?
Look where I'm to. I'm jammed in. I said, what am I running into?
Well, I said to you
Blow
yesterday,
snower.
I said, I'm going to put the blow snower there. I said, that way I'm going to jinx it, we won't get any snow. Now, we got some snow, but not enough to justify the blow snower.
No, that's right. So it did help.
It did help, yeah. And some more guards.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And some more guards.
More guards.
And then over there, more guards.
Yes, more guards.
And
yep.
poor old Killer kind of feel all left out, and I never thought about it. So, last evening I came out and put a set of guards on Killer.
That's right, because he was getting left out.
He was getting left out.
Oh, not anymore. Looks
So I kind of put a marathon on building these things because our plasma table is either shipped or it's by the door to be shipped.
good. That's right.
Because when the plasma table shows up, I don't think we're going to be doing many more of these.
Won't have as much time for sure.
No, because we're going to be going after other mods.
That's right.
And these things are so time consuming. Like people often wonder, you know, what goes into them. Well, you know, when you get something like that, that might not look much to the average person, but there's a lot that got to go into it. You have to make, first of all, you have to cut up your pieces for your roll. Then you have to make umpteen hundreds of them,
Yes.
offsets. Then they have to be rolled. Then once they're put together, they have to be welded. Then they have to be put in the sandblaster and they have to be bead blasted. Then they have to be taken, put on the ramps there, and I call it the clothesline. Mm-hmm. And they have to be primed and 2 coats of acrylic lacquer. So it takes time, and that's when you get over to, that's when you get to this, which is the final product. So there's a lot to it. And the only reason I'm telling you that is because it takes a lot of time to do them. And with the table coming here, it's not going to allow me much time to do this stuff anymore. So we're going to be going after other mods. I'd really like to concentrate, although I have a lot of mods done for the L series, I would really like to concentrate on a B series, on the B series. So I've got some plans of getting a B series tractor for a short period of time, as we talked about yesterday. Mm-hmm. I have to talk to certain people about that to line that up. I want a B series tractor here, cabbed tractor, and I want to be able to have it here for about 30 days. So I can do the research and development, and that way once I get it all in, all designed, we just come over here, plasma tables here, you're going to have your podium here with your computer, we're going to dial it all in, we're going to zip, then we're going to take it and we're going to cut it, and we're going to assemble it, prime it, and paint it, and off to the customer. So the B series is where I would really like to concentrate next. Done a lot of stuff for the BX, actually 60 odd different mods. Some have never been shown before, so maybe we'll start showing them later on. We've got some good ideas on those as well. Yeah, so but that's not what this is about. We weren't even supposed to be.
Well, I mean, there is you. I mean, leave it to you. You go on and on.
Yeah, but when you get in here,
right off topic.
It's like you're back in business again. You know,
that's true. But
right?
Still, you get started on telling a story. You know how it goes. It leads to somewhere else.
So basically, the table is ready to plant. The electrical is done. The air is done. The place for the consumables is installed. The exhaust ductwork is done, and what they're telling me now, Tracker CNC, is that the exhaust fan will be in the table itself. So all I have to do now is take these two sections here, once the table comes in, and just join this to the table, this exhaust system here, and we'll be able to go in business. Some things I've done with this that you haven't seen. Here you'll see tape. This chrome tape, you might want to come on this side and see it. This chrome tape has been put on all the seams because our buddy Dave Coombs from Harbour Grace told us that's what you do, because you'll never believe the amount of wind that gets that escapes through those seams. So thanks Dave for that tip. Dave was always watching our videos, and of course Dave drops in at least once a week here and we have a good laugh. And of course that will go the same. The tape will be on the seams as well, where the elbows pivot. So that was a good clue too, or a good hint. The other thing is we made some changes here. Of course, every time you move something here, you offset something else. You throw something else off kilter. So we moved the bead blaster out to accommodate the shelving. But then here, this regulator was down here. Now where the sandblaster is brought out, the bag would get caught up in the regulator.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So then yesterday I had to take this, unsolder it from there, twist it up, put the regulator up, not the regulator, but the filter up higher. Well, back here, there was more gear on this wall and that much space than is down in our shed. So I said, well, I'm going to have to eliminate a lot of stuff. So that's basically what I've done. So this is all done. Plus the shelving is all done. This is stuff we've done this week, and I mean, oh my gosh. You know, like I woke up this morning and I had, like, what's the Newfoundland saying? I had eyes on me like two piss holes in the snow.
Yeah.
Really, you know.
I guess you're either tired or hungover.
There's only one little fella I couldn't throw out, and that was my little wiener dude.
Oh yes, your wiener dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Had a guy come here one time and he emailed me a picture, and he said, "Can you make me some of them?" So I said, "How many do you want?" And I think he said 60 or 70.
Yes.
So that was one that I just put alongside.
They stand on your barbecue grill.
Barbecue grill, and you put a wiener on. Yeah,
right.
Hot dog wiener. Yeah. So that's the only one, and he took every one of them.
Yes.
Yeah, he just got into camping and he wanted to go into the campground and give them out.
Yep.
So that's why that guy is still there. So other than that, we're back in business. I was getting ready to take the 5740 out, so I said, well, we're getting down to the last bit of snow for this winter. So I said, well, maybe what I'll do is I'll shove the GoPros in the cab again, and maybe we'll do one more video. You know, have a little Chet or something, you know. It's the same, different snow, same driveway, but hopefully the wording will be different. Some things,
hopefully, yeah.
Hopefully, yeah. Some things showed up this week. We hardly had time to even open up the mail. So we're going to open up the mail. Well, we've opened it up. We opened it up this morning.
Over coffee and breakfast.
Yeah, so I said, well, the right thing for us to do is probably just show the folks at home some of the mail that we do get.
That's right.
We've had some, we had a box of swag come from Brent, Brent Skinner.
That's right.
In the US, and he owns a GM dealership. So that was t-shirts and hats, and Brent always looks after us that way.
He does, yeah.
Great guy, eh? So thank you, Brent, for that as well. And Rick Wadden. Rick is quite the character.
Yeah, Richard.
Yeah. Richard?
Yeah.
No, it says Rick.
Oh, okay. There he goes.
Look, upper management's always doubting me. Does that look like Richard?
No, I don't. Okay, well, not my fault.
Retract.
I'm going by the email.
Yeah, I know.
Sorry.
Yeah, well, we'll see now. Plus, there's a business card in there. Richard.
See, it's the same person.
Yeah, now he said we can use his name, so
He did. Okay, down.
that's not a problem.
There we go. Very nice.
Cool?
Yep.
So maybe we'll take a picture of that after, attach it to the video. Now, Richard is very, very unique because along with building wooden furniture, and he has a website, we'll put that on the video itself.
That's right.
He sent us these. And they're beautiful. Hey, aren't they beautiful? Just have a look. And you take them and you twist them. See? And
Yeah,
he
nice.
names the wood, eh?
He does. I'm going to relook at my note. The one with the red stripe, they're both Brazilian wood, but it is a tulip. At the bottom.
Lighter colored pen is reddish with reddish streaks is tulip wood from Brazil. The darker colored pen is Jatoba, Jatoba. Wood comes from Brazil as well.
Nice.
Richard and Ann.
That's right. I met them because they bought some of our swag.
Oh, okay.
And of course tie rod boots for his tractor too.
Yeah. Now, I was on his website this morning. I didn't see any mentions of pens, but I think he's got some more on the go, eh? Because he's mentioned stuff here, eh?
Oh, a lot of stuff.
A lot of stuff. So I have a complete line of many different pens, pepper grinders, ice cream scoops, pizza cutters, heavy duty seam rippers, keychains, custom-made jewelry boxes, cutting boards, cremation urns. So you notice
Wow.
a lot of stuff
And the
there.
unique thing that I liked is sometimes people can bring in a piece of wood from their life or somewhere, something they had somewhere, and he'll turn it into something for you.
Amazing, eh?
Yeah.
And that is something else, right?
Yeah,
You know,
it
so you
really
still
is.
got a part of your history.
Yeah, you still keep a piece. You
Yeah.
know, if you were,
Reinvent it.
yeah, if you were remodeling or doing whatever.
So thank you, Richard and Ann. We'll cherish these forever. There's no doubt about it. And like I say, at the end of the video, the business card will be there, and in the video's description, the web address will be there. So you just be able to click on that and go right to his site. And then while you're there, you can always say Paul and Kathy sent you. You know, he'd find that neat. So thank you very much, Bryce Lee. I have seen Bryce's name before, and every time I see the name, I think of Bruce Lee.
Oh, that's how you read it.
That's how I remembered it. Because I said to you today, I said, I remember him, right? Sometimes people send you things, and you sit down. Well, I don't get a chance to sit down much. But when I do sit down, I read everything, right? And I mean, this is a letter that he's typed up, right? I'm going to tell you something. This is probably one of the most interesting letters that I've ever read. Because it was pretty quiet in the house after breakfast when I was sitting down reading this, eh?
That's right.
And I said, you got to read this. This is basically like his life story here, you know, and how he started on motorcycles and what he's ridden. And of course, I find that extremely interesting because I grew up, my first motorcycle was when I was 9 years old. And that was a Honda Z50. And I mean, other than a little brief time where kids were young teens to adulthood, I didn't have a bike because I figured I'd be killed on one and there'd be no one here to raise them. Stud muffins weren't easy to come by then.
No.
You know?
They weren't as plentiful as
Well,
they are
they weren't
today.
old enough.
Yeah, that's right. They're still too young.
Yeah. So, I mean, I was looking out to you that way.
Well, thank you.
Right? So anyway, Ray started out with a Goldwing in 1980.
81?
81. 81, yeah. So, and
Yeah, I haven't read it yet. I just
and he's quite tall, right? He's 6 foot 13. No, it's like 6 foot 8. 6 foot 8 inches long and
Silly.
tall. I mean, like we got trees shorter than him here in Newfoundland.
True.
Right?
Yeah.
So he talks about how he modified the motorcycle and it was quite interesting. And then he went on to BMWs and Triumphs and whatnot.
Nice
But,
history, yeah.
oh, it's just fantastic. He's driven them with sidecars. He's been all over the place, right? But here's what he sent, and I thought it was great. This is like this stuff here. I love this stuff. Right? Look at the collector pins that he sent. Isn't that neat? You know, they all got a story, and they're all related to Goldwings, right? You know.
Yeah, they look older, right?
Oh yes, and of course you know, and look with the trailer. Of course we can relate to that because we have a trailer as well, right? Look, sidecar club. You know, it's just so unique, eh? So what I'm going to do here now on the Goldwing Interstate, look, 1100E, yeah, look at that. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to take these along with the letter, and they're going out in Gasoline Alley.
Nice.
And you know, and then people are going to come in and they're going to say, you know, well, yeah, and it happens all the time. You know, when people send us stuff, we put it out in Gasoline Alley, and people will come through, especially when relatives or when customers want to bring their relatives in that came here on holidays and they want to show them the collection and stuff. Like we'll have this on display, and of course by having the letter with it, attached with it, you always remember where it came from.
That's right.
And you always, and of course it really adds to that story.
It's all part of the story, yeah.
You know, like an item. It's like when I tell people about each item out in Gasoline Alley. It's they start off loving the item, but they leave off loving the story more than the item.
Yeah, they do.
So you know, and of course it's the same thing with this. You know, like we're rushing around in our lives every day, and we never ever. I guess we're kind of too materialized. You know, we look at the big bulky thing, but really the story is what counts.
It is.
Right? You know, and that's the way it is with the collection out there. People get caught up in the collection, but I get caught up in the people that I met.
Yeah, that's right.
Obtaining the collection.
Yes, it's the people you met along the way.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, it's the memories, it's the stories. You know, you don't really tell them about the item. You tell them how you found the item.
Exactly.
And you tell them, who, you know, what they said, and some of them were so unique as characters. Like some of them were hardened criminals that friends of mine who were with me were literally scared to death when they came out of their house and saw these guys, right? And they turned out to be some of the nicest people that you ever met. Eh? I mean, you know, it was just incredible, right?
Yeah.
So that's why I like to always keep the letter with the pins, you know, or with the item, right? So thank you very much, Bryce, for that. And the story was absolutely fantastic. As a matter of fact, I'd say before the day is over, I'm going to read it for the second time in case I missed anything, you know. So let's move on, because I'm sure everybody at home is getting terribly, terribly, terribly bored. We have a package from Kentucky. Jeffersonville, Kentucky. I know who this is. This is Donnie, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah. This is Donnie. Donnie is one of the nicest guys. He's followed us for a long time. Look.
Nice.
You know, and a pen and a sticker.
Sticker.
Right? So, let's see. Donnie got a little letter there. I'll have to read this one after. I didn't know about this one because this has been coming in all week, and we just haven't had a chance to really look at it, right? You know, Donnie's been following us for years. Donnie and I have had so many emails going back and forth. He was going through a rough spell there last year, the year before, and we were going back and forth talking, and you know, and finally, like, he's getting himself straightened away now, and it's nice to see it.
It's nice. Yeah.
And what I remember, it's funny how you associate people with certain things. Donnie stood on the stage of the Grand Ole Opry.
Wow, that's something you remember.
Yeah. So when he told me that, I always remembered that. That's what.
Yeah,
that's what I associate. That's Donnie with, right?
Something stands out.
Yeah, and he loves tractors.
Yes.
And he enjoys watching our videos, and he's just an all-around good guy. Well, Donnie is a friend, you know.
That's right.
So thank you, Donnie, for that very much. I'm going to read this a little later on. I'll send you an email later. We'll have a little what we call in Newfoundland a little yarn about it.
That's right.
Okay, and thank you for the goodies. So yeah, it's been quite eventful this week regards of mail. Sales are going good.
They sure are. And
you know, spring is just around the corner. The time changes tomorrow.
That's right.
So you know, it's evenings are going to become longer. That means you'll force me to stay out here longer. I can't use the excuse, well, I got to believe it's going to get too dark.
No one is going to believe I can force you to do anything.
Yeah. Donnie, got it all figured out. Canadian customs. No.
Yes.
Yeah, so what I'm going to do now is...
blow snow.
Well, I'm not going to take a snowblower. It's not worth it.
No.
Just as well to shovel that little bit. As a matter of fact, I broke my golden rule. I'm technically not supposed to be using a shovel. Doctor's orders. Well, kind of. I said to the doctor one day, I said, "Doctor," I said, "can I go shoveling?" I looked at her, and she said, "Oh yeah, just take it easy." I said, "No, that means no." She just laughs. But anyway, so I'm going to take the tractor right and do that. So I'll probably just throw the GoPros in and take the folks along with us. But that'll be a separate video from this one. And yeah, so everything's pretty well a go here now. We're just waiting for the table. It was supposed to ship yesterday. I don't know if it shipped yesterday. Either way, if it didn't ship yesterday, it'll probably ship Monday or Tuesday. We're not in a mad rush, but you know, once it gets here, they're going to send a rep here with it.
They are.
Yeah, he's coming here and he's going to show us exactly how it's used. And
yeah, fabulous. Like
anybody who's looking for, and I got to give them a plug. Look, you know what? If anybody is watching our videos, we tell you the good, the bad, and the indifferent. But you know, this company, Tracker CNC, is probably one of the best. During the top 2 of the best companies we've ever dealt with in 23 years.
Oh yeah.
The top 2, and they're tied with the top 1.
Yeah, that's right.
So you know, if I got a product, if we get a product here that we don't like, we'll tell you. If we get we don't get caught too many with bad products because we do too much research before. We're not people who open up a catalog, say we want that, send it in.
No.
You know, and when we're talking about products, we talk about the product, not only the product itself, but the people we've had to deal with, including the shippers from point A to point B, which is here. So you know, it's all considered. And
well, you want to buy right the first time. You don't want to have to.
Well, you know, like fellows will come in here and say, "Paul, you know, I'm planning on buying this item Z. You know, have you had any dealings with it? Because I know if you did, you've researched it." And I'll say, "Yeah, and you stay clear of it too." You know,
that's right.
Or don't buy it from these people. Buy it from these people.
That's right. Service is everything.
And it works out well.
Support.
The salesman will sell you the first item of anything, but their service department will sell you every item after it.
That's right.
That's how I look at it. You know. So that's it. So I'm going to go back and just do a little bit of cleanup. Then I'm going to hook up the 2 GoPros and we're going to get going. So folks, for the people who write us, we read them all. We look at them all. We even read all the comments in the comment section. We have a troll policy now. If we look at it and we don't like it, we just delete it.
That's right.
It's automatically deleted. So if you're going to leave a comment, be nice. If you're going to ask for information, just be polite about it.
Yeah.
Like, people are so demanding. The other day I get this post on YouTube. What's the torque? You know, of a video we done a year ago. So I said, well, I got 2 questions for you before I answer your one. Number 1, what is it you need to torque on? And I said, number 2 is, have you ever heard of the word please?
Didn't hear back. I don't
Well, I heard back, but it wasn't very nice.
Okay.
So and I won't go into that, but I really know where the delete button is too, and I found it really quick.
That's right.
Gone.
So you're wasting your time. If you want to be,
you're not going to get a rise out of me.
No.
No, and I mean that finger there, that's the delete button finger.
Is it?
And he's like that in my sleep now.
Is it?
Like that, like I got a twitch.
Like a twitch all night long. Just go to sleep.
99% of everybody's fantastic.
Yes.
But you know, if the Russians can put trolls out there and pay them, why can't the Americans and Canadians?
That's right. Somebody else is paying.
Somebody sitting home trying to get a stir. Trying to get somebody stirred up.
Oh
right?
yeah, they got a boring life.
Folks, we'll see you in the next video, which will be the snow clearing video, which will be later on after this one. And hey, something changes, we'll let you know. You guys take care. Have a great weekend. Look after each other, and God bless.